Hey everybody, I hope everybody is well. I hope everybody is doing good. I've had this video up for a minute, like I've edited this video for a minute, but I just haven't released it because it just wasn't the time, you know what I mean? I just didn't feel like it was the time to do it. So here I am. I thank you, because it's only the Holy Spirit that can give me what to say. I know I say this all the time, but it's like, guys, I can literally come in like, I don't know what to say, but it's like, there's always something to talk about. So we thank the Lord. The first I want to talk about is what God has been telling me about seasons and like what I've been learning. I'm like, oh my goodness. So you know how every season, God has been showing me how, you know, when every season has its own fruits. So there's fruits for the summer, there's fruits for the winter, there's fruits for autumn, there's fruits for different seasons, there's different fruits. And God was literally telling me how you will be using old season principles in the new season you're in, and it just wouldn't work. You're not going to get that fruit of the season. So it's like, as we step into a new season, there is fruit for that season. But if the environment that you tend that fruit in, so the principles that you use in that season isn't applicable for that season, you're not going to see any fruits. And it just reminds you of like a sermon that I was listening to about a veil being on a particular season, and you will not bear the fruit of a season if that veil isn't lifted. So it was like, when Holy Spirit was telling me that, I was just like, oh my goodness, like we can't use old season principles for this season. So what I mean by that, let's say last season you were in a particular place and that was really helping you at that time. A particular person even at that time was really helping you. But it's like, move on. And God is telling you, you need to cut with from this person now. You're moving on to a new season. It's like, you cannot hold on to that old season or else you will not bear any fruit. So that revelation made me like, oh my goodness. I love how physical things literally reveal spiritual matters. So the fact that different seasons have different fruits, that's a spiritual thing. Another thing that I want to talk about is love. Love. And not love in the sense of I like you, you like me, romantic. No. Let's actually... this actually saddens me, because it's like a lot of Christians don't know how to love. And I've seen it, like in the world, you could actually find more love than in Christian. And that doesn't make sense. It's like foundational things. We haven't caught on to that revelation. And even me, it's like sometimes when I could sense my heart isn't right, it's like, bro, you haven't seen Jesus, man. Because if you've seen Jesus, you will love your enemy, you will love me. Because if you can only love and you only talk to the people that you know, you're not better than the Gentiles, you're not better than the world, because that's what they do. And it's kind of sad and disheartening how like it's really backwards. Because it's like, these are foundational things. And I've seen it, bro. Not everybody's actually caught on to that revelation of love. Like, do we know how to love strangers, people we don't know, or even people you're not familiar with? The truth of the matter is that everybody is supposed to feel your love. It's not about, oh, my close friends know who I am. Only my real friends know I'm the nicest person on earth. It's like, what? That's not love, bro. That's not good enough. That is not good enough. I've actually seen it. If we're actually going to say, oh, we're Christ, like everybody's supposed to feel our love. Everybody. It's not a thing where we're partial with our love. Only some people can know, oh, wow, this person's actually a loving person. No. A stranger should say, yeah, there's love in this person. That's how much love should come out of us. So it's like, only loving the people that you're familiar with is not good enough. And also, like in this season, oh my goodness, God has literally been showing me that a hardened heart is prideful. And when I say that, it's like, okay, in terms of like church, you know, I've been in uni, so it was like I haven't been at my main church for a long time. And coming back, it's like that adjustment was so like, oh. And I've seen like all the time, you can kind of, I don't want to say build resentment, but like not even feel connected, or not even think that, oh yeah, I'm not really feeling it anymore. And it's like, bro, I keep on saying, bro, I need to stop. I need to change. But if you are led by feelings in this walk, you are going to be led down destruction. Like, feelings are so misleading. So it's like, I didn't even want to fellowship. I didn't even want to be around people. The feeling was so intense. And I just kind of felt like, okay, yeah, no. I even making excuses like, oh, it's too far, it's this, it's that, and it's like, no. I literally went to night vigil because at our church we have night vigil every single Friday, and I've been saying, oh no, I don't know how I'm getting home. I'm not gonna put myself in that situation. It's too long. Nah. I went there, and God was literally just showing me how. You see, this is the reason why you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be a night vigil. I felt like in my heart something was released, like as if my heart was slowly beginning to harden. And then when I went there, my heart softened and I was able to just connect. And even God was just telling me that, bro, this is the place where you are going to grow. You need to be here because this is where you're going to grow. And the longer you do higga hagga about it, you're hindering your growth. So even after that night vigil, I was just so happy. I was literally so happy to be around everybody. I was so happy to fellowship. I was so happy. That's how you know if there's ever a time where you don't feel like fellowshipping. It's an attack from the enemy. Like, I know that sounds so dramatic, but no, it is, because now I know what it feels like. I actually know what it feels like to say, I'm not in anybody's mood. All this church thing, like, I'm a bit over it. Like, this is getting long, all that kind of stuff. And kind of feel just being led by your feelings. So even going there, I was just so happy. And this just shows that, guys, wherever you're supposed to be, please just be there. Be there and be there wholeheartedly, because you can be there and your heart is not even connected. Like, your heart is actually hardened. So even when they're saying stuff, or even when they're praying, or even when they're worshiping, you can't even really connect with God because your heart is hardened. Oh, nah. I need... Like, because I was in a state of like confusion for a minute, like, am I supposed to be here? Am I not? That kind of thing. And literally going there was just so much clarity. There was so much clarity about, yeah, you need to be there. And I'm just so grateful for everybody in my church. I'm so grateful for, I grunt and I groan because we take things for granted so much. Like, and it's like, you see, the same way I'm connected to this church. My church is RPF, by the way. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying my church, but RPF. I'm connected to it, right? I was literally thinking in my mind, okay, it's not by feelings I'm even going here. It's by the Spirit that's even leading me to be here. So same way with somebody else. It's by the Spirit that they're led to even be at that place. And if all of us are actually being led by the Spirit, bro, we can all start walking in destiny, because you're gonna meet somebody in that place that was led by the Spirit, if that makes sense. It must be the Holy Spirit that directs us, because if our feelings were to do that, we make rash decisions. Never make decisions based on your feelings, because you're gonna fall down.